Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Marshall back with Bids and Offers, and I wanted to just go through this video real quick, going through this session from today, Thursday, August 14th, showing you guys some of the ideas that I executed upon today, also in the live trading room. I'm going to have a link to join that in the description for you guys who want to go join the live trading room. So anyway, I'm going to get right into it. Basically, thesis on this morning was trying to buy the momentum upwards from these dips that were getting bought after this very, very aggressive PPI sell-off at 8:30, 8:31 Eastern time. Market dropped really aggressively. We bounced up off of these mid-50s very nicely, and then the sellers could not crack below the 62s and hold for this entire pre-market. We popped up right before the market opened. We pulled back, held, and this thing freaking flew upwards right here, all the way up to these 73s, pulled back again. These dips also got bought. So now, as the minutes are passing in the session and it becomes 9:47, 9:48, basically what I'm thinking is I'm going to try and find a way to play this thing long, but I'm not going to buy the highs, right? I want to see a push up and then a pullback and a defense of a zone, particularly possibly somewhere near this VWAP, this blue line, possibly near this VPOC, volume point of control, at the 72s, 73s. Basically, what I want to do is find a pullback, get a good risk to reward ratio on a trade, and ride the momentum upwards. So I want to show you, I got long right here. You can see my executions right here at 9:56. I hit the market long at the 73s. The reason that I did that is because, number one, we pulled back and we held the VWAP. Number two, we held the VPOC, right? The highest volume traded price on the day. And we also held this structure point on this first move up after this really aggressive PPI drop, right? We popped up to these 72s. Now I pulled back and we held that area. So being that we are doing business to the upside, you guys see that obviously, yeah, there's more volume being done down here. But as the market rallies up, these areas up here are being transacted at. And my confirmation for this trade, I'm going to show you that right now. My confirmation is this. All right. So you see on this move up right here, you see this very large, very, very, very large volume activity that happened right here between the 73s and the 72s to 70s. Basically, we had a lot of activity right in here. This is what it looks like on the candlestick chart. Pop up, pop up, pop up, right? This whole area right here. Where these highs are rejecting, we finally blast through it, okay? What that looks like is this. We get all this buying that comes all the way up into these 82s, and we pull back, okay? We pull back right into the same area where we have all this volume activity, all these aggressive buyers entering into the market just above this VWAP right here, okay? Now, we pull back, we get below that VWAP, and sellers become trapped. Here's what it looks like on the book map, okay? On this move up, you see the selling, failing, aggressive buying. Now an offer gets filled, selling, bam, drops it so aggressively, right? Here's what it looks like down here. In this moment right here, this is what it looks like on the book map. You see the selling, it drops again. Now right here, you see there's the selling in here, but it kind of disappears. They try it once again right here, a little bit more aggressive selling. Now I see the buying start to pop in, okay? I see this. All right, big buyer. I join that buyer right there. Okay, as soon as I see that form, as soon as I see that big buyer jump in, I can see the tape starting to twist, starting to move. That is when I try the market long. Okay, I put my stop loss underneath this bid at the 69s, so a 4-point risk, speculating that we're going to get a move up to above the 80s, towards the 85s to the 90s. Okay, the 85s are my first area that I was looking to get out of the trade, and the 90s were the second area, and past that, the 6500s, but that was less probability. So basically, my thesis on this was sellers becoming trapped in an area where buyers were struggling before a pop-up, right? So here's what it looks like. We have a bid in the same area that we were having offering done before. We pop up, now we get back below, now we have bidding supporting the market, okay? We got another bid below. This one gets filled, we got this one that thickens up. As soon as that low gets put in right there, we bounce right back up. Look, rebid right there, okay? A rebid, and then this bid thickens down here. I'm like, okay, passive buyers want to buy this thing. So as soon as I see that aggressive buying starting to enter into the market, I hop in with them, put my stop below this low, right here, put my stop below here saying, okay, if we can get down to the 69s, the sellers are proven correct, and we are now giving up basically this whole area right here, this break and retest. This was extremely, extremely valid. It started moving up right away. As you can see, I got in right here at 956. This thing rallied all the way up to the 82s, and then it started rejecting up there. I want to show you guys what it looked like when it started rejecting. So I was up about 8.5 points, almost 9 points on this thing, and this is what it looks like once it got up there. Here, sorry about that. My apologies. This is what it looks like. I closed it at 10:13. Okay, I closed it right here because there was some pretty aggressive selling coming in. Look, you see these pops up. The buyers cannot get higher prices on these pops up, right? Pop up, sell off, pop up, sell off. Big buyer up here, offering being done, passive sellers trying to get filled. The aggressive selling jumps in aggressive, right? Pops up again, less buying. That's not ideal for me. I got 8 points of profit. It starts to dwindle. I cut it right here. I'm sorry, I cut it at the 79s, right in here. So as soon as I see the selling starting to come back in, this is where I cut it, right up in here at these 79s. Now, what sucks is that this trade worked out. It went right to the 85s. It stopped right here, popped right up, and then continued past the 85s all the way into the 90s and then the 95s. So this is what it looks like on the candlestick chart. We pulled back. I exited right here because there was a lot of selling. I really thought this thing was going to drop all the way down to my entry. I wanted to take that 6.5 points. And it kept running all the way up to these 95s. Basically, this area had held twice again. Chris caught a long right in here in the live trading room. I think he got break-evened on it. I forget. But really solid entry in there as well. Pretty much the same break and retest thesis. Now I'm going to get into my second trade. All right, so you guys know the reason I entered. You know my confirmation. You saw what it looked like on the book map, the footprint, the candlestick chart, the volume profile, all my confluences that I had together. And it just didn't work out the way I thought it would. If I had kept my stop at break even and had not closed my trade, it would have worked out for a full TP. But that's all good. Next trade is right here, another long. I got stopped on this one right in here at 11:38. 11:38. Here's what it looks like when I tried the market long right here at 11:38. I tried it right in here. There was a little bit of buying coming in. Now, the problem with this is that this pop-up did not have as much buying as it should have for me to buy this pullback here. What I should have done was waited for the buying to become more substantial and these bids reload, okay? You see in here how there's not that much bidding being done near price, okay? 11:38 is when I tried this. So like right in here, we just have this bid and this bid, right? But now over here, we got bids popping up right closer to price. And I'm going to get to that in a minute because I re-entered this trade, all right? And I was also up on that trade. So thesis for this was this same area, pretty much these 72s being defended, right? And then this thing popped up. I got long right up in here at 74 or 73. What is that? 74. Basically saying, okay, it looks like this dip is also being defended again. We're seeing these sellers having struggle selling this thing off, right? What it looks like is this. Selling at the low, failed. Selling, failed. Selling, failed, right? And on this pop up, I get long right in here. As soon as I see this, this aggressive buying, right? Now, I got stopped on that. It came down and it stopped me out at the 69.25, pretty much at the low, like literally at the low, and then it popped right back up again. And now it's starting to really hold this area. We're barcoding back and forth, right? You see all this action back and forth, but every sell-off, every little dip, the sellers don't get paid on these dips, okay? Now, right in here, I hop in long again at 11:42, right in here on this aggressive buying, on the reclaim of these areas where there was that aggressive selling, right? Basically, here, I'll draw my profile over for you guys so you can see what the profile looked like when I tried this trade the second time, right in here. We were holding pretty much this VPOC, okay? This VPOC was at the 72s. I tried it here at the 72.75, right above the VPOC, speculating that that was going to be held again. Look at how much bidding there was being done right at the VPOC, right below it, okay? Lots of bidding, lots of willing passive buyers. Now, I hop in the market long. This thing rallies like crazy all the way up to, what is that? The 82s, yet again. Right back to the 82s, Okay, now look at what happens when it gets up here. Look at the buying, 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 buying. Then it disappears. Buying disappears. There's a bunch of offers. A bunch of offers start moving down closer to price. I see this bid come in. Okay, sizable bid, but it did not support the market. Now I'm like, okay, it looks like sellers are starting to gain control here. And they actually slipped it all the way back down to my entry, and I got stopped for break even on this right here at the 72s. This was a solid trade. I could have cut it up here at the 82s for 10 points of profit. I could have, but in the moment, there was nothing really to note up there other than a lack of buying and the offers. It could have been a reason for me to get out. It could have been a reason for me to trail my stop up. Either way, I wanted to manage risk and let the trade play out for either a full TP to between the 85 and the 90, or let it come all the way back break even on me. I got break evened and I'm up like a point on the day. So not terrible. The frustrating thing about this last trade is that, look, this area held yet again and it popped all the way up. Don't mind this, there's a data error. Popped all the way up to the 85s and then the 90s. Really, really solid rally off that yet again there. But I walked away before this happened and I had already taken 3 trades, and that's pretty much it for me. So I just wanted to give you guys a brief rundown over this session, these trades I took. I'm dropping an Orderflow ebook. It's going to have all of my favorite setups, my exact playbook, what I exactly look for every day in the market. Basically, VPOC plays, balance range plays, zero print setups, you name it, stair-stepping, dip buys. I'm also going to be going through a basic risk management crash course because I have some people asking me a lot of questions about R multiples and other stuff going on with how you're supposed to keep your money in the account in the first place before you make it, right? Hey, what do you use for stop losses? Hey, how do you manage your risk? How do you find tight stops? How do you catch 5R trades? I'm going to have all that in there. There's going to be a probability and statistic distribution crash course. It's going to have stuff on the profile, mean reversion theory, auction market theory, and there's also going to be a level 2 crash course with bids and offers explained, the level 2 reloading bids, aggressive has to meet passive, are you taking liquidity, are you providing it? There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff in that, and it's going to be absolutely super informative and valuable. And that paired with the live trading room, I couldn't really ask as a beginner for a better pairing of educational material to make progress. So that's pretty much all I got for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching the video in full, last 12 minutes. And if you have any friends that trade or want to learn more about Orderflow, send them my account. And the link is in my description and in the bio of my IG at Bids and Offers. If you guys want to join the live trading room. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.